Welcome, everybody, to the summer demo day for an incredible cohort of students. We couldn't be more excited to be in community with all of you, and we couldn't be happier to be celebrating the incredible young people you see on the screen today and the team behind them. And before we jump into what we feel is going to be our best demo day celebration yet, we wanted to introduce ourselves and tell you a little bit about the Marcy Lab School. So sorry, Ruben, I was going to nudge you, but here we are. I'm Maya Bhattacharjee, co-founder and chief program officer of the Marcy Lab School, and wanted to introduce my co-founder, Ruben, as well.
Hey everyone, thank you for being here. We have so many demo day loyalists, many people who this is their second, third, fourth, or fifth demo day. We're so glad that you continue to come and support our fellows. I'm Ruben Agbana. I'm the co-founder and executive director of the Marcy Lab School.
In short, we are so proud of this program that we have built over the last 5 years alongside these fellows and so many teammates on the call. We set out every year to do the work of supporting young people who are bold and brilliant and passionate towards careers in software engineering, wrapping them around with a college experience that they feel like they fully deserve. Over the course of 12 months, our students engage in deep, rigorous study. They pour over the foundations of software engineering in our technical curriculum, and simultaneously, they're poured into as leaders. They have conversations almost every single day with each other, with their instructors, on what it takes to be the best versions of themselves as they step into the incredible opportunities that await for them. And over the last year, I'm so excited to introduce you to this next group of fellows. Ben, you can click next slide here to share a little bit about the journey that they have been on over the last 12 months. Today, you're meeting two incredible cohorts named Sequoia and Kaizen, who have been navigating this curriculum and are culminating with a final project where they're combining their leadership and seminar curriculum with their software engineering curriculum with what we call our Civic Tech Hackathon. Every single student in this room was given one task, and it was to think about a problem that they wanted to solve for their community and to build the app that could solve that problem. And so today, as we navigate through incredible presentations, we wanted you to keep in mind that this has been over a year of hard work, discipline, effort from every single person in this room that makes us so proud.
And I'm excited to share more about what it will look like for you all to support companies in partnering with the Marcy Lab School. Just yesterday, we had two of our partners from Palo Alto Networks coming in as a pre-onboarding session for 5 fellows who are going to be joining their team, their Software Engineer One program. Those are 5 incredible fellows from our previous cohort who are going to be moving out to the West Coast and taking on roles that are going to launch them into an incredible career as software engineers. Their all-in compensation for the 5 people in that room is well over $1 million. And it's something that makes us really proud. I wanted to lead with that story because the connection to that company came from a friend who attended a Marcy Lab School event and brought a friend. And that friend went to their team and said, "Hey, I heard about this program and we should learn more about what it takes to partner with them." And as a result, we have a new strong partnership that are supporting this incredible program. Each person here on this call could support as well. We have fellows and alumni who all across the country who are working for incredible companies like the ones you see on the screen and many more. And partnering with the Marcy Lab School is more than just creating a diverse tech talent pipeline for your company, but it's also providing opportunities for skills-based, high-potential young adults who are looking to kick off high-growth careers in the tech sector. Next slide, please, Ben. A ton of benefits that companies have been able to reap from partnering with the Marcy Lab School over the past 5 years. Number one is just first access to some of the smartest, incredible engineers, early career engineers in the city. When you think about partnering with the Marcy Lab School, it's an opportunity to build out a diverse talent pipeline, but also to engage many different business units of your company to this incredible program. There's a brand awareness opportunity, and we really think about how it's more than just a hiring commitment, but how we can partner more closely to bring your company and your brand to our network as well. And most importantly, we tailor our process around your needs, whether that means developing custom curriculum training programs, whether that means adding on to your existing early career pipelines or creating one from scratch. We have a team here that's really excited to work with you to create opportunities for these fellows. And when we do it best, it's always a really good win-win. And so you're going to see just what it means to be a Marcy Lab School graduate from these presentations. And you'll want to know more about what it looks like to get involved. And I'm excited to be a partner with you in that over the course of this next several months.
With that, we're going to dive into team presentations so you can see the incredible engineers and leaders and their work. Could not get started without just lifting up our fall fellowship team, Motun, Ben, Gonzalo, Carmen, and Zoe, their instructors who have poured into these incredible young people. And now I'm going to hand it over to you all to wow us all and enjoy. Everyone have the best demo day, and be sure to light up the chat with your reactions, your love, your encouragement, and your excitement about these young folks.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ben Spector. I'm a senior lead instructor at Marcy, and the Fellows of Fall 2023 have been working tirelessly over the last 3 weeks, and I'm so excited for you to see their amazing projects. As Maya mentioned, as they present, drop praise, hype them up, throw that all in the chat. You can also ask any questions that you want to hear about, like how they built the project, anything that you're curious about, and we'll have Q&A sessions after each group of presentations. Without further ado, I'd love to kick it off to the very first project group, Urban Pulse.
Good afternoon and welcome, everyone. This is Team Mo Zayden, and we built Urban Pulse. People are often not as informed as they'd like to be when it comes to making decisions involving their community, whether it's moving into another one or regarding the one they reside in. Urban Pulse was designed to address this issue by providing a centralized platform where people can access information on current and surrounding communities, as well as engage with users on the platform about current events, issues, or ideas.
Urban Post was built using TypeScript, React, Azustand, and Tailwind CSS on the front end. And for the back end, it was Firebase, Express, Postgres, and bcrypt.
Here we have our ARD. Starting off, we have a user table for keeping track of user information, such as any communities, posts, or threads they may have created or interacted with. Alongside that, we're storing refresh tokens in a database which works with our authentication system in order to make sure the user is logged in and authenticated. Lastly, we have our communities, posts, threads, replies, and membership tables that make up the backbone of our form system and allow users to interact in numerous ways. And this is the popular page of our forum tag. Here we used our post last popular route in order to get the most popular posts by likes and render them for the user. Now let's see a demo of Urban Pulse.
So I'm a software engineer with a job offer in San Francisco. I want to know a little bit more about this area before I make a move. This website does seem like it can help. Looks like it is a very nice design when you go on a mobile device, but let's check out what this website really does have to offer. So it looks like this interactive map is one I can use to search for more information about specific areas. This forum does look very well developed. There's a lot of issues and other community forums in which I could discuss. Looks like on the bottom here, there's a QR code as well that I can scan. Definitely will use this in the future to make some suggestions. Let's look at the map for more information. I want to find out more about San Francisco. So I do want to live in a very diverse neighborhood. Let's see what this place has to offer. This is somewhere I can see myself living. Let's find out more in the community forums. All right, I already have an account, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in. Go to communities. Let's see what's popular. All right, San Francisco. Let's check it out. I can comment on this. I'm gonna go ahead and like this because this did resonate with me. I'm also gonna join this community so I can learn more and get further updates whenever there's something new going on. So it looks like there's a form sidebar and it pops up for easy accessibility. So now that I just click on it, I'm back here. I've made my decision. I think this website has really helped me, and I'm going to take the job at San Francisco. So I'm a software engineer.
Hi, my name is Brandon Ramos. I was born in the Bronx and my family is from the Dominican Republic. I work as a full stack software engineer at Urban Pulse, where I design and develop a form system. To implement this, I use TypeScript, Connects, and Express to make a RESTful API for all the routes we needed and tested them with Postman and Jest. I also utilize the async handler library to handle errors consistently. Lastly, on the front end, I built reusable components with Tailwind CSS in order to maintain a consistent design across all pages, along with ZooStan for maintaining global state line for less fetches across the application. The challenge I faced was designing the infrastructure of the form system. Considering all the form tables were heavily related, I had to think about how they all connected on the front end. I succeeded by sketching out all the pages on the form section and how they would interact with each other before writing any lines of code. Now I'm going to pass it off to my teammate, Mo.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mohammed Kanungo. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and my family's from Pakistan. I worked as a full stack software developer for Urban Pulse. I created a backend structure for community management and interaction, as well as a search feature to allow specific browsing for communities and posts alike. To do this, I created controllers, models, and routes for communities using TypeScript, SQL, Connects, and Express. I used the async handler library for consistent and smooth error handling. For the search feature, I implemented advanced SQL queries to make sure that the search catered to case sensitivity. A challenge I faced was using Tailwind for styling because it was my first time using such a library. To solve this, I referred to documentation and consulted with teammates who are more familiar with this library. Now I'm going to pass it to Isaiah.
Hi, my name is Isaiah Hickerson. I was born in San Diego, California, along with my family, and I am a full stack developer for Urban Post. I use Leaflet to create an interactive map and integrated the Leaflet control geocoder plugin to allow users to search for locations. When a user searches for a location, the geocoder plugin provides the coordinates. With these coordinates, I made a fetch request to the Census Bureau's API to obtain the state and county codes for the specific location. Using these state and county codes, I then made another fetch request to the Census Bureau's API to retrieve specific census data such as population and median income. This way, the user search query is matched with the census data, allowing me to display relevant information about the selected location. A challenge I faced was learning how to manage all the data given from the Census API since it was difficult to understand. I was able to overcome this by taking my time with reading through the documentation carefully. And this is Urban Post. Thank you guys for your time.
Let's hear it for Urban Post. What an amazing project. Such an impressive application. Throw your praise throw your praise in the chat. And any questions that you have, you can drop in the Q&A section as well. We're gonna move right along. Next up, our next project is Team Lighthouse.
Hello, everyone. We are Team Lighthouse, and we're really excited to share with you all what we've been building over the past few weeks. So support for the homeless in New York City is often disjointed and really inconsistent, which only makes it harder for this part of our population to get the help they need. The issue is the organizations that serve the homeless usually don't communicate with each other. This is where the Lighthouse comes in. The Lighthouse is a platform that enables people that work for these organizations to communicate with each other and share relevant resources. So now that we've given you a bit more context regarding what the Lighthouse is, I'd like to talk to you about the technologies we used to actually build this project out. So we used the Pern stack, and we decided to integrate Tailwind CSS into this Pern stack because we wanted the ability to directly input styling into our React components, and that allowed us to just focus on React for the entire front-end process. But before we get into the front end, I actually want to pass it off to my partner, Jordy, who's going to talk to y'all about the database design and what that entails.
I'm going to talk about how we implemented the database for the Lighthouse website. Our database consists of 5 main tables: the users, organizations, resources, posts, and comments. On the Lighthouse website, because of the users tables, users can create posts and leave comments on those posts. And the post table allows users to share content, while the comments tables enables them to interact with each other's posts. Additionally, users can create resources that are useful for their organizations thanks to the resources table. And each user is linked to an organization through the organizations table, allowing them to easily collaborate and share information within their organization. Now I'm going to pass it to my teammate, Justin.
So on the front end, we have two user-generated pages, the resources page and the post page. The resources page allows users to contribute any resources or services their organizations have to offer, and as the name implies, we're grabbing data from that resources table my partner Jordy went over. On the post page, users can post any questions or any other specific inquiries users have, and we're grabbing data from the post table for this. Now, because this post page is essentially a community help page, we're also implementing that comments table so that users can actually respond to each other with any helpful information that they have to offer. But instead of just talking about it, I want to show you our demo so you can actually see all of this in action. Hello, everyone. This is the Lighthouse. So I'm a volunteer at the Community Kitchen of West Harlem, and I decided to sign up for this platform because I want to spread the word on what we have to offer. So signing up just simply involved entering my username and the name of the organization I'm a volunteer for. When you first pull up the website, you're greeted with the website's motto as well as a brief overview of their mission. So I'm just going to head over to resources because I want people to know about this senior lunch we offer every morning. And I'm going to add it under the category of food. And I'm just going to submit. And just to make sure these categories work, I'm going to click food and it does show it under food, and there's some other resources for other categories. Now the thing is, because we're just a soup kitchen, we don't have much to offer when it comes to medical services. So I'm just going to say that we are in need of medical services. And if anyone knows of any clinics in Harlem, just please reach out to me. I see that you can comment on posts, so hopefully that's the case. And I'm going to submit my post. And this has been the Lighthouse. Thank you. So my name is Justin Watson, and I am the Scrum Master for the Lighthouse. So for this project, I was responsible for building out the backend architecture of the Lighthouse across the post, comments, resources, organizations, and users tables that my partner Jordy went over. So to go about this, I designed RESTful API routes that the clients can use, which will invoke controllers to handle client requests and send back the appropriate responses. And underneath all of this, I established the models that interact with the database with SQL. So I kept in mind to adhere to our ERD so that the format of data would be consistent across the entire project. But this is actually where I faced one of my challenges, because designing an ERD and saying this is going to be the flow of our data is one thing, but actually writing out the SQL turned out to be a lot more involved than I anticipated. So I had to reach out to my associate instructor and get a bit more direction on how that process should look. And eventually we got it done. So now I'm going to pass it off to my partner, Jordy, so he can talk about his role in the project.
Hello, everybody. I am Jordi Lopez, and I was born in Guayaquil, Ecuador, and I was raised in Queens. I was one of the developers for the Lighthouse. And for the Lighthouse, I played a key role in connecting the front end and back end functionalities. I implemented features that allow users to post resources, create posts, and leave comments. And additionally, I added functionalities to display and hide comments as needed. This involved using React for the front end to create a dynamic user interface and Node.js with Express for the backend to manage resources, the user's posts, and comments. And one of the main challenges I faced was ensuring seamless interaction between the front end and back end, especially when dealing with real-time updates for users' posts and comments. And to overcome this, I use React for the front end to create a dynamic user interface that could respond quickly to user actions. And this was the Lighthouse. Thank you for listening.
Give it up for the Lighthouse, y'all. This is such an important mission and a really great tool to aid the homeless population. Without further ado, let's continue on to our third group, Tenant Voice.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mohammed C. Here are my teammates, Nicole Juarez Flores and Ro Cox, and we are Team Morocco. Today, we present you Tenant Voice. Tenant Voice came to be when we noticed throughout our lives that we constantly see in the media issues pertaining to public housing, especially ones that are not being resolved in a timely manner. Our app's mission is to create a dedicated platform for NYCHA residents to publicly post concerns and view issues faced by other NYCHA complexes. Our mission is to amplify voices and ensure timely resolution. And now I would like to pass it on to Nicole.
Thank you, Mo. For tenant voice, we use CSS frameworks such as Hover, Tracker UI, Tailwind, and Recharts in order to design our front end and to build a dynamic user interface. We also leverage Cloudinary in order for our users to be able to upload images. For the backend, we use Connects, Express, and Postgres in order to process and store our users' information. And now I'll pass it on to Ro.
Thank you, Nicole. So for our database, we created and managed 4 tables. First is the users table to manage the data for when a new user signs up. Then there's the locations table to keep track of each of the housing complexes that our tenants reside in and report on. Then there's the post table to render each housing complex report in our post page. And lastly, our comments table is for keeping track of comments made by each user. And I'll pass it back to Mohammed to talk about our front-end design.
Thank you, Ro. While developing the post page, I use express routing to create endpoints for users to perform full CRUD operations, as well as a user authentication system to allow only valid users to make posts and comments. Going to the next slide, we'll be watching our demo application presented by Ro.
Hi everyone, my name is Ro, and here is our app tenant voice. I'm a tenant who's been experiencing heating problems in my apartment, so I want to join the site to make a report. I'll fill out my full name and username, as well as my email. And I live in Astoria, Queens, so I'll hit Queens. Great. So now that I've made an account, I'm going to check out the current problems that tenants are facing. Looks like there's many kinds of problems, and I only want to see the ones for heating right now. I called my landlord 12 times, but have not gotten a response. I'm actually dealing with something really similar. I'm going to leave a comment. Great. Now that I left a comment, I'm ready to make my own report. All right, now that I'm at the previous page, I'm going to fill out this form. Now I've been dealing with this problem for 4 months, so about 16 weeks, and I'm going to upload a picture of my broken radiator for proof. Right, I'm going to add a description and hit submit. All right, cool. Now that I've made my own report, I'm curious. I wonder what happens when I click on data. Wow. Huh. Okay. So it looks like out of all of the reports on this site, 6% of them have to do with heating. That's very interesting. All right. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go back and thank you for watching. This was Tenant Voice.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nicole Juarez Flores. I was born and raised in the South Bronx, and my family is from Mexico and Honduras. For Tenant Voice, I spearheaded the overall concept and led the front-end development of the website. Recognizing the challenges our users are coming in with, it was crucial for me to design a website that provided users with a sense of calm, empowerment, and community. I integrated the Recharts library for the data section of our website, which displays charts of our users' demographic by borough, the magnitude of problems that our users are filing, and a graph on how long it takes for NYCHA to respond to these complaints for the past 6 months. A major challenge I faced was balancing layout elements, as sometimes adjusting certain elements disrupted the design of others. I addressed this by separating components and individually commenting out sections. This strategy helped me pinpoint and resolve issues for smoother integration and to move along faster. And now I'll pass it on to Mohammed.
Hi, my name is Mohammed. My family is from Senegal, and I was born and raised in Senegal. Now I currently live in the Bronx. For Tenant Voice, I implemented Cloudinary widget to upload the image for our application to handle storage use. Once uploaded, Cloudinary returns a response to containing the URL of the uploaded images, and then I store the URL inside of our database for future use. While developing the post controllers models, I ensured that requests were parsed, handled, and sent back to the user in a proper schema. If there was any error, it was handled using a try catch block. A challenge I faced was figuring out how to implement Cloudinary. For that, I looked into countless documentation and many debugging to implement pictures. One challenge I faced was ensuring that data was being sent back and forth between the server and the front end, and it was in a proper format so that my teammates can properly be able to use it and display it in the front end. And now I would like to pass it on to Ro.
Hi again, my name is Ro Cox. My family is from Hawaii, New York, and the Philippines, and I worked as the Scrum Master and full stack developer for Tenant Voice. For Tenant Voice, I built the ERDs, migrations, and seeds to manage our database for users to make accounts, reports, and keep track of the housing complexes users live in. This involved using Connects and Table Plus to build out and alter the schema of our database based on the diagrams I presented before. And it also involved populating the database with data relevant to our user stories. A challenge I faced was ensuring that the migrations I built aligned with our diagrams and ensuring that our data was going to be passed onto the model and controllers properly. This meant I had to be sure that I was aligned with my project partners since this data was going to be fetched and rendered to the front end. And this was Tenant Voice. Thank you all for listening.
Congrats, Team Mo, Ro, Cole. What a great project. I'm so proud of you all. Drop your praise for them in the chat. And remember, if you have any questions, you can ask them in the Q&A section. And moving right along, next up, we've got Ease.
Hi everyone, we are the Wheeze Watchers, and together we've built a project called Ease. So now, according to research from the CDC, 1 in 13 people have asthma, which is the leading chronic disease amongst children. Asthma can lead to frequent wheezing, shortness of breath, chest tightness, and coughing, often interfering with daily activities, sleep, and exercise. This persistent illness can negatively impact the quality of life for people, which is why we created Ease. Ease is for users in NYC to discuss asthma symptoms with experts and non-experts, and a page for experts to provide helpful resources regarding ways to minimize asthma symptoms in their daily lives. I will now pass it on to Dominic.
Thank you, Aaron. These are the technologies used to build an Ease. Node, Connects, Express, and PostgreSQL for the backend, React, CSS, and BOMA for the front end. And BOMA is a CSS framework we use for efficient styling. And now I'll pass it off to Maya.
Hello. So we used PostgreSQL database to create 4 tables: user, post, resource, and comment. Post, resource, and comment all reference the user ID to keep track of the user that made them. And comment additionally keeps track of the resource that is associated with. These associations make it possible for an individual user to track all the posts they made, all the comments they made, and all the resources that were posted by them, and also all the comments created under a particular resource. And here we have our front end. This one of our main pages of our website application is the resource page. And this is how it looks from an expert's view. This page fetches URL from our resource database and renders them in CSS boxes. Clicking on the add link button opens a form for our experts in order to input any link they want: YouTube links, article links, website links, anything. And they can see a preview of the thumbnail of the site, title, everything. And by clicking on the box, they go directly to the resource that's linked. This is all made possible by using React Router, React Microlink, and BOMA CSS boxes, columns, and buttons. And here's our demo.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dominic Tuzo, and this is the demonstration for Ease. Now, I'm a healthcare professional that specializes in asthma, and I want to help our community by providing health education to individuals suffering from asthma. And the first step to that is logging into our application. Now, since I have an account, I'm going to sign in. Boom. Now we're met with our account page, shows our account type, which is expert, since I am a healthcare professional, and you can also edit any account information. Now let's navigate to our discussions page. This is a forum where our members can interact with each other and talk about their experiences or hardships with managing their asthmatic symptoms. Now, if they want any resources on how to manage those symptoms, they can navigate to our resource page. Now, members can access and look at our resources, but as an expert, let's provide another resource. Boom. So I'm gonna provide this resource. There we go, it's down there. Since I provided a resource, we gotta let our community know. So I'm just gonna say new resource, hello everyone. Or check out our new resource. There we go. And we just made a post on our forum letting everybody know about this new resource. If I want to delete it, I can. If I want to edit it, I can as well, but I'm not going to. And this concludes our demo of Ease. Thanks for watching. Hello, everyone.
Hello, my name is Aaron Castillo. My pronouns are he, him. I was born in New York and grew up in East Harlem. My family is Puerto Rican and Dominican, and I'm the Scrum Master and full stack developer for Ease. I architectured RESTful endpoints to deliver dynamic content, enabling React components to interact with server-side resources, enabling fluid full stack operations. One challenge I encountered during the project was dynamically updating the UI based on the user's sign-in status. Overcoming this challenge deepened my understanding of best practices for user authentication, ultimately enhancing the user experience on the discussion page. Thank you, and I'll pass it on to Maya.
Hello, everybody. My name is Maya Ramkishan. My family is from Guyana, South America, and I was born and raised in the Bronx. I currently live in Yonkers. I serve as one of Ease's full stack developers. For this project, I was responsible for building the resource page, both front end and back end, and mainly used PostgreSQL and Connects to create and populate all of our databases, and plus React and Bulma CSS in order to render everything on the front end. One challenge I faced while developing this project was getting the add link button to work and automatically refresh. And I overcame this challenge by asking my teammates for help and also my TAs for help. Overcoming this challenge helped me learn that it's okay to ask for help, even though you think you know everything and you have done all the research yourself. Sometimes you just need a second pair of eyes to look, or maybe a third pair. Throughout this project, I learned that communication between your teammates are important, and the collaboration, if you want to go far, go together. And now I'm passing it on to Dominic.
Thank you, Maya. Hello, everyone. My name is Dominic Tuzo. My pronouns are he, him. My family is from the Philippines and New York. I was born and raised in Harlem, and I currently live in Harlem as well. I worked as a full stack developer for Ease. And now for Ease, I implemented CRUD functionality for our users, which allows them to create, edit, and delete within the application. This required using Connects and SQL for creating the user model in the backend. I also developed and styled the home, account, and sign-in/login pages for Ease. This involved using React for creating the user interface. A challenge I faced was learning how to properly structure React components and ensuring that design and styling is consistent throughout the project. I learned the importance of creating usable components, organization, active communication between teammates, and asking for help when in need of help. This was Ease, and thank you for listening, everyone.
Congrats, Team Weezewatcher. Ease is such a great app. I loved it. And I also loved your reflections, just so beautiful and honest. Continuing on, we've got our next group, Team Collective.
Hello, everyone. We are Collective. We are a team passionate about climate change. With textile waste rising at an exponential rate, we decided to create Collective in order to connect unwanted items with people who want new clothing, yet do not want to contribute to the fast fashion industry. Collective is an application that allows users to post clothing items they no longer want to be picked up by other users. We aim to reduce waste caused by overproduction and create an avenue for community connection. I'm now going to pass it to Al.
In order to build Collective, we used HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React for the front end, Cloudinary for image uploads, Tailwind CSS and Daisy UI for the styling, Express for our server, Postgres for our database, bcrypt for password hashing, and Node.js connects for the rest of our backend. And now I'm going to pass it back to Nicole.
Hello, I am Nicole Blanchette. To build this project, we created 4 tables to store our data. Our first table is users, which is tied to login and account management. Users are able to post clothing items that are added to our listings table. Users can place orders on listings, which are tracked in our orders table. If users have questions about their order, we have a messages table to facilitate communication. I'm now passing it to Epi.
For our front end, we wanted to create a visually straightforward interface for users. Our front end was inspired by popular social media applications to create a platform that is familiar and easy to navigate. Our homepage fetches data from our listings endpoint from our RESTful API and renders them with React. Next slide, please. This is our profile page that displays user posts. Next slide, please. Our sign up and login forms take user input and sends it to our API for authentication. We also have our item listing form as well. And now we will see a demo for Collective. Hi everyone, today I'm on Collective because I have a winter sweater that I haven't used and I'm going to give it away. So to create a new item listing, we go to Post, fill in the fields, gently use size medium. We can upload an image, hit submit. Oops, I made a typo in my listing. So we go back to our item, go down to edit listing, fix our desired fields, and it's fixed. So let's check out what other users have posted today. And I think I want some shorts because it's starting to get hot out. So we search shorts in the search bar, and here's some. Oh, lucky me, no requests have been made yet. So I will click this button and I'll check out this user page. It seems that they're based in the city, so I'm going to send them a message to see if we can coordinate a pickup. So I go back to my page, go to orders receiving, and it says that the status of these shorts is still available, so I'm going to reach out. I hit chat. Hi there. I am interested in your shorts. Can we arrange a meeting? And I hit send. I hope they get back to me soon. Thanks for watching. Hi.
Hello, my name is Nicole Blanchette and I use she, her pronouns. My family is from the US and the Philippines. I was born in Connecticut, but currently reside in Brooklyn. I'm a product owner and software developer on the team. For Collective, I built a bi-directional chat for users to coordinate the pickup of orders. This involved using React.js to create the interface to display and send messages between 2 users. Messages are sent to our Express server where they can be stored and retrieved from our PostgreSQL database. A challenge I faced was helping my teammates work through bugs in the project. The chat can only work if the rest of the app works, but it was difficult to debug code that I didn't write. I overcame this by maintaining a detailed Scrum board to track the progress of the project, so it's easy to see which features were completed and where assistance was needed. I also made sure all new changes were reviewed by another team member to catch new bugs as they come up so that we could guarantee all new features were fully functional before being added to the app. I'm now passing it to Epi.
Thank you, Nicole. Hello, my name is Epifani Garcia. My family is Puerto Rican, Irish, and Chinese, and we live in East Harlem. I am a software developer on the team. For Collective, I built front-end forms such as login and sign up to allow users to create accounts for application use. This involved using React.js hooks useState, useEffect, and useContext to manage user state, perform side effects, and access context. A challenge I faced was debugging code throughout the project. Even though it is tedious, you gain a deeper understanding of the code you are implementing. This project enforced the importance of consistent team communication. Transparency and honesty allowed for us to build team relationships, learn from our mistakes, and put our best efforts forward. I'm now going to pass it to Al.
Thank you, Epi. Hi, my name is Alexa Lioto, and I use she, they pronouns. My family is from Dominican Republic and Cuba, and I currently reside in Washington Heights. I am Scrum Master and a full-stack developer on the team. For Collective, I built the front end and back end for the listings. For this, I used Tailwind CSS and React to design the user interface and collect data. I used Express and Postgres to manage information in the backend to allow users to create, read, update, and delete listings. A challenge I faced was implementing Tailwind as it was my first time, using a CSS framework. I overcame this challenge through researching documentation and reaching out to my teamwork and teammates in order to gain a deeper understanding. Throughout this project, I learned the importance of strong communication and the power of teamwork. This was Collective. Thank you for your time.
Let's hear it for Team Collective, and huge congrats to all of our Group 1 teams. So far, we've seen so many great projects, and there are many more to come. But before we see the rest, we're going to pause, and I'm going to pass it off to Carmen for a brief Q&A session.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Carmen. I am the Senior Associate Instructor for the Fall 23 Fellowship, and I'll be leading the Q&A session for this first portion of groups. First question that came up in our Q&A panel is for Urban Pulse. The question is, how does Urban Pulse moderate the content posted on the site? Brandon, can you answer this one?
Yeah, so actually one of the stress features that we wanted to add was to moderate the posts more and moderate how, what content people can post, but we didn't really get around to doing that much with the limited time we had. But on the security side, we did use a library called DOM Purify, which just purifies any HTML taken in as user input. And that was just to help with like cross-site scripting and stuff like that. So that's something we did on the security side, but we definitely would have added something for moderating content if we had more time.
Nice. Thank you, Brandon. I'm gonna ask another question for Tenant Voice. What was a feature in your application that your group learned from the most? Ro, can you answer this one?
Yeah, I can answer that. Yeah, the feature we learned the most from was definitely our posts feature to see and render all the reports, because it required constant communication since we were managing information from the back end and the front end. So we implemented Scrum, and we actually managed our own Scrum board and had each other write detailed tickets for each task so that we had a clear path of what we were working on.
Love it, Ro. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for Q&A. I'm going to pass it over to Motun.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Motun Bomole. This year, I served as the Senior Program Manager for the Fall 2023 class, which is made up of both the Kaizen and Sequoia cohorts. And today, I have the privilege of introducing you to our fellow Spotlight speaker, someone who, to all of us, represents so much of what it means to be a Marcy Fellow. This year, this fellow has been the epitome of all of our Marcy pillars of character: bold determination, unwavering discipline, ingenious curiosity, tough love, and unwavering discipline. Please give a virtual round of applause to Nicole Juarez Flores.
Thank you, Motun. Hi, everyone. I'm Nicole Juarez Flores, and I am the product owner of Tenant Voice. I was born and raised in the South Bronx. My parents are from Mexico and Honduras. They came to the United States when they were 13 and 15, with the same goal as most immigrants, to obtain a better life for themselves and their families. And that's what they managed to achieve. Next slide. But in the process, they also had to deal with 6 days, 12-hour weeks in order to be able to support us. They constantly told my brother and I to go to college in order for us to avoid the hardships that they've endured. So I listened, and I went to college, despite the fact that I never was certain if it was the right route for me. Next slide. I remembered specifically one night, I was seconds away from submitting my transfer application to a 4-year, but I couldn't hit submit. My soul didn't feel right with my major, nor this path, but I thought it was the only way to be successful. Until I realized my brother didn't go to college, and he ended up becoming a software engineer himself. His decision gave me the courage to not pursue my bachelor's. Next slide. So then I trusted myself. But once I made that decision, when I was an undergraduate, I was fortunate enough to discover a program called Breakthrough Tech, a program dedicated to bringing more women and girls into the computer science field. I was fortunate to get exposure to coding, which gave me the confidence to continue pursuing software engineering. When I graduated, I worked for the Blackstone Launchpad program, where they taught entrepreneurial skills to underrepresented individuals in venture capital. The summer before coming to Marcy, I had the opportunity to intern for a venture capital firm called Company Ventures, where my role was to support the other 49 CUNY interns in the program, some that you see in that photo. I like this photo because minutes before it was taken, it was the first time I publicly announced that I was accepted into Marcy. Which brings me here today in such a full circle moment. Marcy was the first time I brought my entire self to a place where I laughed, cried, and constantly stayed 12-hour days with some of my peers in order for us to continue perfecting our craft. I appreciate how loved and seen I feel at Marcy, not just from my cohort Kaizen, but from my instructors, Ben, Zoe, Motun, and Gonzalo. So, as my friends and I begin counting down the days till our last train ride home together from Marcy, we're scared of what's next and what's to be, because we know there's a spot out there for us in the professional world, and we'll go through this journey together.
Thank you so much, Nicole, for sharing your story with us. We are so proud of you, and you have left an incredible mark on this community and this school. Now I'm going to pass the mic to my teammate Gonzalo to kick off our second round of presentations.
Sorry, my mic stopped working. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you again for coming. My name is Gonzalo Romero, and my pronouns are he, him. My family and I are from Mexico, and I'm one of the lead instructors here at Marcy, and I have the wonderful opportunity to lead the Sequoia class. We're now going to see 5 more groups, and we're going to start off with Commutree. All right.
Hi, we are Green Guild. Our product is Community. Our mission is to help push the pin on the loneliness crisis by empowering people to connect through our community gardening platform. With loneliness affecting 1 in 3 adults globally, gardening offers a lifeline, nurturing connections and easing the pain of isolation. Our app encourages ecological companionship, creating a greener, more connected world. And now passing it on to Daniel.
Community was built using the Parent stack with Tailwind CSS for styling and Passport.js for authentication. We use UploadThing to handle image uploads and Connect.js to access the database. I'll pass it back to Angelica. Thank you.
For our project, we needed a database schema that would provide access to all of our data. The tables we used were users, posts, comments, gardens, and events. Posts and comments each reference a user who created that post or comment. Our users are able to create and view gardens and events. These associations make it possible for an individual user to see all posts made by them, all comments created for a particular post, gardens, and events in their community. Now on to Rafi.
Hi, everyone. Working on the front end, I focused on developing a youthful and engaging visual story. With tools like Figma and Adobe Creative Suite, I developed a series of graphic elements to craft the user's experience while interacting with community. Additionally, I opted to learn Tailwind while developing our app. I found this to be very rewarding in ensuring that our design was both responsive and aesthetic. All that being said, let's jump into the demo.
My name is Rafi Baritas, and I'm excited to walk you through Community, a web app working to foster real-life interaction, building connection through sustainability. Community offers several community building resources, but first, we need to sign up. We're signed in and navigated to the community section. I'm interested in composting, so let's look for relevant posts. Here's a post about the basics of composting. Let's check the comments. I want to start a discussion about tools. The mission at Community is to get outside, so let's find a garden. Let's navigate to the garden tab and search for a garden by zip code. I have a garden of my own that I would love to add to this listing. Let's make a garden. We navigate up to the plus icon, upload a photo of our garden, and let's go on and give it a title. I'm going to check that this garden is public and create my garden. We can also browse through and explore upcoming gardening events that are happening near me. It sounds like we have a new notification. Let's navigate back to the community page and look for interactions on our recent post. Now that we've made some contributions on Community, let's navigate to my profile so that we can view them and edit them all in one place. Here, I can cycle through posts, gardens, and events. Community is also equipped with both dark and light modes. Let's check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you outside. My name is...
Thank you so much. Hello again, everybody. As you heard, my name is Rafi Barides. I'm a software engineer from Brooklyn with roots in Syria and Egypt. Today, I'm excited to share my role in creating the Community web app, a platform designed to foster community engagement. To help make the user experience more dynamic, I integrated several libraries like GSAP and Framer Motion, for example. These tools helped us create movement, making the user's journey through the app engaging. Now, interacting with databases played a big role in our build. One of the third-party APIs we used was the Ziptastic API to display location-based data. One of the biggest challenges I had was a few days into our build. Our team made the decision to adjust one of our features to better align with our mission. Understandably, this threw a wrench into our database schema, causing deployment failures. I resolved this by refining our migration scripts and database structure to be consistent site-wide. This not only solved migration issues, but also made our database more stable. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to pass it to my talented teammate, Daniel.
Hello, my name is Daniel Figueroa. My family is from Guatemala, Peru, and Spain, and I currently live on Long Island. On the Community team, my role is focused on backend development. For my contribution, I built a server and set up the authentication system. In terms of implementation, I created the routers and endpoints that the front end interacts with to access data. This involves setting up a robust server architecture in order to ensure seamless communication between the front and back end. To design the auth system, I used Passport.js to handle both local and OAuth logins, which provides a smooth and secure process for users. This feature allows users to sign in with either their username and password or through popular OAuth providers like Google. This not only enhances user convenience, but also strengthens the security of our application. The challenge I faced during this process was actually integrating those multiple login methods. To solve this, I spent time debugging and researching best practices for Passport.js. I then restructured our server to properly handle those different sign-in methods with the new knowledge I gained. I'll pass it to Angelica now. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Angelica Ibarlucea. My family and I are from Mexico, and I was raised in Queens, New York. My role on the team was as the full stack developer. I designed the ERD and built our database, tables, and models. I also developed the gardens and events pages. This involved using Postgres and Connects to define and query the tables accordingly. One of the challenges I faced was in designing our database schema and being thoughtful of all of the data and the relationship to each other. Using our ERD to map the relationships as well as in the normalization process help overcome this challenge. Thank you very much. This has been Community.
Amazing job, Green Guild. Up next, we have NCA with their product Pair.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are the NCA Association, and we're here to present our project Pair. Pair came to be with the issues we saw within our own families. We came together and acknowledged that as we were growing up, our parents weren't well informed on all the different opportunities that were out there in NYC. Hence, Pair tries to combat that issue. It is a website aimed at connecting low-income families in New York City with affordable activities for their children. And our goal is to bridge the opportunity gap and provide equal access to high-quality opportunities that support development and well-being of our young individuals. I will now pass it to Chris.
Pair was built with React and Sass on the front end and Express.js and PostgreSQL. The ERD, the database, was built using 5 tables, 2 for accounts being and users. The organizations can create programs later renamed to opportunities, both comment on and recommend to other users.
Here we have one of the pages from our front end. Here we fetch from our database. And on this page specifically, we fetch information from specific opportunities such as images, ratings, and comments. And here's our demo video.
Hi there, my name is Alan. I'm the front-end developer for the NCAA Association, and this is Pair. Pair is a platform for parents who wish to seek out valuable opportunities for their children. Scrolling down on our landing page, you can see a couple of our most recent programs hosted by a partner organization that shares the goal of enriching the youth of NYC with activities and support and potential career paths. We'll get to that in a second. Going back, we can log into our account here, but let's just sign up here. This page is where our users will find the opportunities and programs listed by our partner organizations. Each listing has a small description of what you can expect from their program experience. Once you click on the Learn More button, you'll be taken to the program-specific page that gives you more details about it, such as where it's located, its website, a rating score based on other users' experience, as well as the reviews and comments from other parents. Hold up, 1 second. Alright, we have this new program we want to roll out, so let's post it on the Pair site. Let's log into our organization account. Awesome. Wait, why is it called Nico Connect? I'm gonna fight this man. All right, fix. And here we go. All our information is set and we can go live. Great, now leave. Who are you? Excuse me. Oh look, a new program from NYC Connect just posted. Let's check it out. Interesting. I'll definitely check that out later. If you want to know more about the minds behind the fruit, you can find more information about us here. Oh, it's us. Yo, you're fired.
Oh. See you guys.
Hi, my name is Alan Ramirez. My pronouns are he, him, and I come from a background of hardworking Dominican family. I currently reside in downtown Brooklyn. For Pair, I contributed mostly in the front-end developer side and as well as Scrum Master, ensuring our team were organized on the different tasks that needed to be tackled in our project. I specifically implemented tools such as React, as well as working on the styling with Nico, as well as the specific components to create different opportunities shown in our website. The biggest challenge that came up to the project was a solid foundation in which direction we should take our project. Learning how to seamlessly route the users back to the opportunities page, as well as learning to be very collaborative with my members and accepting different ideas despite my own personal preferences. The solution was asking for help from my team and to believe in the ability to bring Pair to life. And I couldn't be happier with working with the amazing team I have, and also to always have fun. I will pass it on to Nico.
Thanks, Alan. Hi, my name is Nico Aroca. My pronouns are he, him. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, and my family are from Ecuador. I was the product manager and played a vital role in designing wireframing and styling the website, ensuring it had a modern, user-friendly appearance that aligned with making our product. I implemented the landing page and helped create the all opportunities and individual opportunity page with Alan. One of the biggest challenges was selecting the right color palette for our website. We wanted to maintain the Pair aesthetic at its core while achieving a polished and minimalist look. We were able to take advantage of React by creating multiple reusable components to help us achieve that goal. I will now pass it to Chris.
All right, I think, oh, there Chris is. Maybe not.
Hello?
Oh, there you are, Chris.
Yes, hi. My name is Christopher Martinez. I use he, him pronouns. My family is from Mexico, and I was born and raised in New York City. For Pair, I was the lead backend engineer, contributing the database and ERDs, creating controllers and adapters for the front end to use. The biggest problem faced in Pair was the login feature for
Oh no, I think Chris is experiencing technical difficulties. Are you back, Chris?
yes, I think I'm back. Hello?
Yep, go ahead.
Yes, hi. Yeah, I was the backend engineer for Pair. My family's from Mexico, born and raised in New York. For Pair, I was the lead backend engineer, creating controllers and adapters for the front end to use. And the biggest problem faced with Pair was keeping user logged in whenever they rejoined the site. But it was eventually solved with frivolous hard work from the whole team. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, NCA Association. Incredible job in that video. Gotta say, it was spot on. Now let's hear from Dream Team. Take it away, folks.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Dream Team and welcome to Ballot. Ballot is an immersive app connecting representatives with constituents in order to address community issues and keep the public informed during election years. Ballot fosters transparent communications and helps citizens stay informed about their representatives' actions. Many U.S. citizens report feeling confused about politics, leading to distrust and increased polarization, resulting in legislative inefficiency and social tensions. Ballot provides essential information for informed decision-making, aiming to reduce polarization, boost voter engagement, and encourage informed participation in the political process. Now I pass it on to Janice to explain the database.
Can you go one slide down? Yeah. For our database, we created 3 tables. We created a users table that allows users to log in, sign up, and save their data. We created a follows table to store data on which users are following each other. And lastly, a post table that allows users to own their posts. Now I'll pass it on to Elijah to talk about technologies we used. Go up one slide. Yep.
For our application, we use the print stack. In addition, we use the Radix library to style and organize the application's UI and connects to connect to our backend. Now we're going to talk about the front end. As you can see, we provided screenshots of our home, sign up, and login page. The home page utilizes the post API endpoint to either create a post or to see it on your feed. Additionally, the sign up and login page uses the user's API to either create a user or to verify the user's existence to let them into our application. Now we're going to go on to the demo.
Hello, my name is Junis Maletai, and I want to spread the word of my 2025 campaign. My advisor recommended I create a ballot account. Let's sign up right here. Let's put in some information. So on the side here, there's a profile and an about page. Let's go to profile. So it looks like they're asking me to make a bio. All right, future mayor of New York. Awesome, looks good. Let's check out the homepage again. I should post something so my audience can engage with me. Create post, start my 2020 campaign, add some information. Oh, cool, it popped up. Let's check out some other reps. Looks like Mayor Adams has a summer youth program. Let's check out what else he's been up to. Oh, cool, he's been busy. Let's check out what's on the About page. So it's explaining the importance of understanding and engaging with our local representatives. I totally agree. Hello, my name is Junis Maletsai, a citizen of New York City, and I want to find out more about my local representative. So it looks like we got Ballot over here. I don't have an account yet. I am a citizen. Let's hit sign up. A lot more reps than I thought. We even have our very own mayor of NYC. Who's this Genis guy? Looks like he's starting his 2025 campaign. Promising candidate. Hello.
Hello, my name is Jinis Malete, and my family and I are from Albania. We currently live in the Bronx, and my role on Ballot was as full stack developer. For Ballot, I developed a post feature. This feature was for representative users to create, delete, and edit posts. This involved using Postgres and Express frameworks. One challenge I faced was allowing only representative users to create and edit posts. I solved this by adding authorization to who can create, delete, and edit posts. I'll pass it to Elijah to share his experience on Ballot.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Elijah Hall. I was born and raised in the Bronx, while my ancestry ties me back to the islands of St. Thomas. My contribution in this project was leading the front-end development of key features involving the creation of the feed to browse representative posts, the forms to create the post, and overall designing the UI for the website to kind of mimic the feel of being on Instagram. This required the implementation of React.js, HTML, CSS, and utilizing the Redux library. A challenge I was faced with was learning a new library for this application, but with tons of trials and error, I managed to push past the learning curve, build out useful components for our application.
Louis, you're muted.
Thank you, Eli. My name is Louis Jager, and I was the main backend developer and Scrum Master for Ballot. My family originates from Cuba, South Carolina, Jamaica, and Brooklyn, where I was born and raised. One of my contributions to Ballot was creating the backend followers feature, which allows representatives to view other followers, follow other representatives, and permits constituents to follow representatives as well. I implemented this by creating a followers table, which I managed through Postgres, SQL, and Express. One challenge I faced was connecting the followers with the users table. I solved this by increasing my knowledge of SQL. We are Dream Team, and this was Ballot. Thank you.
Thank you, Dream Team, sorry. So up next we have Ink, and take it away.
Welcome. We are Team Inc. and we build Give and Get. When growing up, I remember seeing clothes lying around and shoes hanging on utility poles. I often wondered, was there a way to give away these items and to help others? And this inspired my team to create Give and Get. And Give and Get is a web platform connecting community members to share and find items they need. With rising prices, some may struggle to afford basic necessities due to rising prices and cluttered homes. And Give and Get bridges the gap by making it easy to give and get items within their community, reducing waste and helping those in need. Give and Get fosters connection, reduces waste, and builds a stronger and more rejoiceful community. I will pass it on to my teammate, Nathaniel.
Thanks, Izzy. To build Give and Get, we use the Parent stack with Bootstrap for styling the front end, Zod for input validation, Connects to interact with the database on the back end, and TypeScript on both ends to help prevent type-related errors. For the database, we use the Postgres database with the following tables. The users table stores account information for a particular user, like their username and hashed password. The post table stores the basic information for a post, like the title, description, and status. The images table stores all images uploaded for a post, and the reservations table stores all the times the items available for pickup, and whether a user has reserved this time already. These three tables work together to store all information relevant to each post. Lastly, the event log is an immutable log of all post-related actions taken by our users, specifically when a time on a post is reserved and by whom. Now I'll pass it to Colleen to talk about the front end.
Thank you, Nathaniel. Displayed on the screen are two of our front-end pages.
one of all posts a user can see, and the other being a user's profile page displaying a user's own posts. These pages fetch data from our post tables, retrieving all posts with their respective information and posts filtered by a user's ID on the profile page. Now, let's see a demo of Give and Get.
Hello, and welcome to Give and Get. I'm a huge proponent of sustainability, and I found Give and Get when I was looking for a way to get rid of items I no longer needed without contributing to the landfill. When you land on their homepage, you see that it talks about share and buy nothing, a place where you can discover abundance. I love their initiative for waste reduction, also the ones for financial savings and environmental conservation. I can browse listings, create an account, list my items, and exchange items. Let's see what posts they have up now. A knife set. Are there any more? Ooh, I would love this acoustic guitar. Oh, I have to sign in to make a reservation, right. I already have an account, so I'm going to sign in. But if you want to sign up, you can sign up here. My username and my password. Log in. Now that I'm logged in, I want to create a new post. I have a mouse that I want to put up. This is a vertical Logitech mouse, and it's located in Brooklyn, New York. I need a picture of this mouse so people know what they're getting. Great. And I can add a pickup time. Today's the 23rd, so let's do tomorrow around 6 p.m. and add some other options just in case someone can't make that time. Great. I love this post. Let's go to all posts and check out what else they have now. There's my post. Oh, but I don't want my name completely visible. So I'm going to edit my name. Let's take out this last name and submit the updates. Perfect. Now let's reserve this knife set for next month on the 11th. Item has been reserved. Please check your inbox. Great. Thank you for watching. This has been Give and Get.
Hi, my name is Ismo Enriquez. My family is from Mexico, and I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I was the project manager and the front-end engineer, and I oversaw the team, ensuring effective workflow collaboration and alignment with our Scrum board and tickets. A pivotal aspect of my role involved directing flow of data between the front end and the back end. I designed and built out the layouts for each page, utilizing React Router to improve navigation. I also developed and executed RESTful API requests, executing CRUD operations for crucial functionalities such as user registration, user profile updates, inbox management, post interaction, search, and filtering. A challenge I encountered was efficiently gathering specific data related to reservations, which included reservation details alongside associated posts with the user information from different sources. I addressed this by individually fetching reservation details and post user info, then combining them together for seamless display on the front end. Another challenge was writing code in TypeScript, for it was my first time, and I was able to address this by relying on my partner. One thing I learned from this project is that communication and structure are key. If a team is divided against itself, it shall not stand. Clear communication and well-defined roles are crucial for the success of any project.
Hi, my name is Colleen Stevens, and my pronouns are she, her. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, but my family hails from the Caribbean, specifically Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica. I served as a front-end developer on the Give and Get team. While working on Give and Get, I was responsible for enhancing the user experience by developing features that allowed users to create, edit, and close posts on their profile pages. This involved leveraging endpoints provided in our post and user routers to create an accurate and connected experience for those creating or modifying posts, as well as for users looking to obtain or reserve items. During this project, I transitioned from using JavaScript to TypeScript, which presented various challenges due to TypeScript's strict type checking. However, I successfully navigated these obstacles with the support of my teammates, Izzy and Nathaniel, learning what my code needed throughout the project. Now I'll pass it to Nathaniel.
Hi, I'm Nathaniel Williams. I'm from Brooklyn. As a backend engineer, I was responsible for building the majority of API routes and database models that enabled the front end to make CRUD operations. For example, to allow users to create posts, I first created an API route at API posts with the post handler, then used Zod to validate the incoming request. Once the data was validated, I used connects to make a SQL query, which stored the post information in the database. This information was later used in other handlers, like get to API posts, which returned a list of posts using a similar process. One challenge I faced was ensuring user-provided data was valid and that no invalid data entered the database. To accomplish this, I decided to bring in the Zod library, as previously mentioned, which allowed me to write a schema to validate JSON sent by the client and maintain database invariance without writing tedious and repetitive validation code manually. And that was GivenGet. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much, Ink. And finally, we have family ties with RootLink.
Hello, everybody. I'm Brian, and these are my group members, Ahmed and Belinda, and we work together to create RootLink. During our coursework at Marcy, we learned about the struggles separated Native American families faced in the past and continue to face, and it pushed us to create RootLink, an application that addresses challenges faced by any family separated due to adoption. By providing secure, knowledgeable connections, we support healing journeys. We equipped adoptees and their biological families with resources and guidance to navigate these challenges. Our goal is to foster stronger, connected communities where healing and understanding thrive, creating a supportive environment for all. And I want to pass it off to Ahmed for our technologies.
In our development of RootLink, we used a perm stack with TypeScript and Tailwind CSS for styling. We also had a secondary flag server in Python for processing profile similarity. We used pandas to group and filter profiles, which facilitated the implementation of our machine learning algorithm through the scikit-learn library. Aside from our Postgres database, Firebase was used for file uploading. And now I'll pass it back to Brian for our database design.
So here's our ARD. Starting off, the users table handles authentication and ensures secure access. Next, the profiles table stores user information. The connections table tracks mutual connections. For communication, we have the chat rooms and messages tables. Users share content through the posts and comments tables. Engagement metrics are tracked by the post likes and comment likes tables. The notifications table keeps users informed by activity. Lastly, the clusters table organizes profiles by attributes like ethnicity and adoption year. And I want to pass it off to Belinda for our front end.
Here we have the feed page for RootLink, which features a sidebar with options like profile search, which searches our profile table based on user input, and notifications, which utilize our notifications table. We have a post section where users are able to view and create posts by hitting our post endpoints on our front end. We also have suggested profiles with percent similarity between their profiles through our machine learning algorithm based on processing by our secondary Python server. There's a hometown map to discover a supporting local community. And on the far right, we have our messages section where the users can send and receive messages. And now here's our demo.
So I've been trying to find my biological family for a long time now. And I feel like this website called RootLink will really help me out. They got a really nice homepage. Looks like they got some features over here. Let me make an account.
Just put my email.
So I just signed up and it looks like there's a lot of stuff I could do. And it looks like I also just got a match. He does kind of look like me. Looks like he just posted. Let's see what people are saying about it. Looks like we also have a map so we can see our nearby community. It's pretty cool. I could also search for accounts. I was trying to find my aunt, but I don't think she's on here. Looks like the connect button over here went away. Let me check my notifications real quick. Oh, it looks like he requested to connect with me. Accept that. Let me just shoot him a text to see if we could catch up soon. That's crazy. Well, it looks like I just found my long lost twin brother. Guess this app really does work.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ahmed Hamza. I was born in the Bronx, currently residing in Yonkers. My family's from Yemen. I served as the Scrum Master and a full stack developer for RuleLink. My contributions include managing the project through Scrum and implementing the functionality for users to create and edit posts using React and a block note for a rich text editor, allowing users to have custom control over posting. I also implemented live chat using Socket.io to enable real-time communication, allowing messages to be sent and received instantaneously. One major challenge I faced was implementing the threaded comments efficiently. To solve this, I developed a comment tree structure where each comment is mapped to a node that has a children comment node, as a child node with the comments, but also improves efficiency by minimizing data retrieval times, similar to how threading works on platforms like Reddit. Next slide.
My name is Brian Ramos. I was born in the Bronx, New York. My family is from the Dominican Republic, and I was a full stack developer for RootLink, entrusted with implementing a sophisticated user matching system, leveraging machine learning for precise matching. In addition, I spearheaded the front-end design and user experience, developing key features such as user search and user connections. To identify potential matches between profiles, I utilized machine learning techniques in Python, including text embedding of user bios, followed by cosine similarity for matching. Comprehensive user research was conducted to ensure the design and features of our application were both visually appealing and highly functional. Challenge I faced was processing my profiles table without wasting too many resources. With it being my first time using machine learning, I focused on building a scalable and efficient system by doing an initial grouping using pandas before processing. This made for faster processing as these profiles compared only to profiles in their predetermined group rather than the entire table. I want to pass it off to Belinda.
Hello, my name is Belinda Forellis, and I was a full stack developer for RootLink. I was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and currently reside in Brooklyn, New York. I developed a scalable Python server with Flask for efficient batch data processing, significantly enhancing the application's ability to manage large volumes of data. By optimizing the server's architecture, I ensure concurrent handling of data processing tasks, reducing latency, and improving scalability. For communication features, I integrated Socket.io to enable real-time video and voice call between users, set up a robust WebSocket infrastructure to maintain stable, low-latency connections. This includes features such as automatic reconnection, handling various network conditions, and ensuring secure data transmission, providing a seamless and reliable user experience. One of my challenges was getting the video chat to work when deployed. Unfortunately, it wasn't ready by the deadline, but with the help of my teammates, I successfully got it to work locally. Thank you guys, and this is RootLink.
Incredible job from our last couple of groups, Green Guild, NCA Association, Dream Team, Inc., and Family Ties. Give it up for them one more time. I know we can't hear you clap, but emotionally, we know you are. With that, I'm going to pass it over to my teammate, Zoe, for a Q&A.
Thank you, Gonzalo. Hello, everyone. Thank you for staying on for the second half of these incredible presentations. We are now going to transition to the second Q&A portion. And just a quick intro, my name is Zohe Manzoor, and I had the honor to serve as one of the associate instructors for this Fall 23 Fellowship. For our very first question, coming from Maya, let's start with the team who built RootLink. Berlinda, can you talk a little bit about what inspired you all to build RootLink? Berlinda?
Yes. Hello?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Were you able to get that question?
No, can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, for sure. So for our very first question is coming from Maya. And so we're going to start out with Team RootLink. And so Berlinda, what inspired you to design and build RootLink?
Can you repeat one more time? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can repeat that one more time. What inspired you all to build RootLink? How did this come to fruition?
Because it was one time when Multoon showed the slides of the Native Indians being taken from their home and they're losing all sense of industry, like ancestry and their sense of belonging. And I had an idea. I'm like, hey, why don't we connect the
Indigenous kids back to their family.
Wow, that's such a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that, B. Great
Welcome.
question, too. We have another question in the chat from Shadman. This is also for Team Rootlink. If you had some more time, what else would you want to improve on or add?
I'll take that one. One of the features we wanted to add was FaceTime, but it was a struggle and it didn't end up working out. Except we got it working locally, but implementing it with the database just wasn't working out. The documentation is not the best, so.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Ahmad. Great. And we'll close out with one more question. This last question is for Ballot USA. Lewis, out of all the features that you developed on this application, what feature did you think or did you feel you learned the most from? It can be anyone on Ballot USA. It doesn't have to be Lewis.
I think I could answer that. For me personally, and I think for the team, the posting feature was a big challenge, but we learned a lot, especially working together, because we had components that we coded separately, and merging that was a big lesson for us.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Janice. All right, that's going to conclude this Q&A session. And with that, I'm going to pass it over to Ruben and Maya to close this out.
First off, just a huge virtual round of applause for this incredible group of engineers. Fellows, you blow us all away. And for those of you who are meeting these fellows for the first time, you'll be amazed to know that they just finished their third quarter at Marcy and will be taking a short break and then coming back to be building their extended capstone research projects. And so we just cannot wait to see what's to come for them. Thank you all so much for joining us. And as you go into the next slide, just wanted to remind you of the ways that you can continue to stay involved and abreast with this community and this incredible group of engineers. One is if you are an employer who was impressed today, an engineer who was impressed today, or want to learn how you can hire some of these fellows on your team, please email partnerships at the Marcy Lab School, and that team will be ready to jump in to support you. You can also support us by supporting our job-seeking fellows by hosting mock technical or behavioral interviews. And that same email address will support you there. Finally, our partnerships team would be so excited to support you in gauging your interest to come be a guest speaker. As our students continue to study advanced topics, there may be things that you do on the job, technologies that you're studying or engaging with that could better our curriculum, and we would love to have you. And finally, we are going to be so excited to celebrate the graduation for these young folks at the end of August this year, and we would so love to see you there, and that invite will be forthcoming. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you all, Fall Fellows. Congratulations on an amazing demo day, and we hope you have the best time. And Ruben, I'm going to hand it over to you to close us out with a thank you to our supporters.
Yeah, thank you all again for being here, and just wanted to make a quick acknowledgement of the people who make this work possible. We're proud to be able to provide this learning experience as academic community to our fellows tuition free, thanks to the financial support and sponsorship of many of the incredible folks on this page and also many more. So thank you all, and we look forward to seeing you soon.